Welcome back to another video here on FC26 related news. If you're watching this video, the game technically comes out today for a lot of people on the Thursday. Obviously I have the game in hand now at the time of this being uploaded, but I couldn't record the first episode of my Arsenal Career Mode in time, so that'll come out tomorrow. So today we are going to look at some of the youth kids, the Wonderkids, and maybe hidden talents as well of FC26. So obviously the database has been released a couple of days ago by now. So here we are. We have the overalls and we have potentials of the players. So we are going to start here with the potentials of players that are max 80 overall and max 85 potential. So 80 overall max, 85 potential and above. So starting off with the highest on the game at that criteria is Mr. Endrick from Real Madrid with 77 overall and 91 potential, a 14-point swing there. Next up we go over to Juventus, who just scored a decent goal in the Champions League against Borussia Dortmund. Is Kelner Yildiz. He has 79 overall with 89 potential, can play cam, can play left mid, left wing, and center mid. He has 4 positions to him. Going over to Italy, we have Argentine youngster cam and center mid Nico Paz, who almost got to move to a better European club in the summer. I think that deal obviously fell down. I think it was actually Tottenham, if I'm not mistaken, and they went on to bring in Xavi Simons. But 79 overall for him, 89 potential. So again, another 20-point swing there. So actually a larger point swing than the Endrick, who's only a 14-point swing. Where actually, I'm stupid. That's not 20 at all. It's 10. That's a 10-point swing. I am dumb. Going over to Chelsea, there's going to be a lot of Chelsea youngsters that going to have a decent potential, well, because they signed about 50 players in the summer. But we start off with the Dutchman himself, Joao Hato. He was a hot prospect for many European clubs. He's been a wonder kid for a decent while now. Left back, center back, 78 overall, 89 potential at 19 years old. He is going to be one for a lot of clubs to be signing. And then going over and staying in Chelsea, we are going to go to Estavio, their Brazilian wonder kid. Their Brazilian wonder kid. This is their marquee player. Estavio can play right mid, right wing, cam, 78 overall, 89 potential as well. Going over to Portugal, to FC Porto, we have Portuguese cam left wing striker Rodrigo Mora, who is 76 overall, 89 potential as well. Going back to, not going back, but going to the Dutchlands, to Ajax, we have Jordi Mokio, who I'm actually quite surprised didn't get a move in this transfer window that has just passed. At least a loan move to a decent European side, maybe not European competition-wise, but like a mid-table Prem team, maybe even a championship club, a mid-table Spanish, French, those likes. Jordi Mokio, 70 overall, 89 potential at 17 years old. He's going to be one that is going to become a key player for somebody's team. CDM, CM, left back, center back. This had Arsenal written all over it, hopefully. And then we go over to Spain. We have Yago Gazar, 78 overall, 88 potential at 21 years old. So a little bit higher on the age side for Wonder Kids, but he's obviously still young and will still grow over the course of your career mode save. And then we have the Argentine Wonder Kid that is kind of in the same world as the next up in some aspects, Franco Macetuano, 77 overall, 88 potential at Real Madrid. And then we go back over to Portugal, where we have Quenda, who didn't get a move in the summer as well, 76 overall, 88 potential. We have right back at Feyenoord, Giovanni Reed, 75 overall, 88 potential. We have left back at Real Madrid, formerly of Manchester United. Erik ten Hag gave him the boot. One of the many dumb decisions Erik ten Hag did at Man United. Now this left back has started the season off strong, and his potential matches that off as well. 80 overall, 88 potential. So not that great of a swing in potential-wise to overall, but still going to be a good player for you to sign. And then next up we have Antonio Nusa out of RB Leipzig. We also have Castello Lucabia out of RB Leipzig. Nusa 76 overall, 88 potential. Lucabia is 80 overall, 88 potential. Going over to Manchester United, we have Benjamin Šeško, who is looking to do the 007. 80 overall, 88 potential. Not had the best start to his life at Manchester United in England, but when you're at Manchester United, you're going to suck anyway. And then we go over to Villarreal. We have Yeremy Pina, who's 80 overall, 88 potential, again 22, so he's on the higher ends. He's the last of the U23s. This kind of cut off for those youth prospects. And then we go over to Francisco Camara, who's on loan at Lecce, 65 overall, 65 overall, 87 potential. This is a player you cannot technically sign in the first season, but he is there to watch for sure from season 2 on. And then going over to Germany, we have Ben Jelch, 72 overall, 87 overall, a brute force in the back line for sure. And then we have Miles Lewis Skelly, who actually hasn't started the season off getting the game time that he was getting towards last season, but that last season was actually unexpected coming from the hierarchy of Arsenal. He wasn't expected, and they didn't think that he'd actually grow into that position as good as he did. But Calafiori has been getting the first choice to the start of this season here, but Miles Lewis Skelly is definitely a great option nonetheless. Left back can also go into the midfield as well as center mid, which I would love to see in all honesty if Calafiori stays strong like he has been, to put Lewis Skelly in that midfield. 78 overall, 87 potential. We're just going to go over a couple of more here. There's obviously a lot of theirs, but for now, we have Alexander Pavlovic, we have Luka Vuskovic, Andre Santos, Lucas Bergvall, all in the 87 overalls. But we are now going to go over to some of the hidden gems, or the low overall, high potential players. So the criteria for this is 70 potential max. That's it. That's the only criteria here. 70 potential max, and then we obviously sort from potential from highest to low. So we obviously have the likes of Jordi Mocchio and Francisco Camara, who's obviously there, who's 70 and 65, and obviously has those high potentials. But then we have Pablo Garcia, a right mid striker, left mid, right wing, can play on all the front three there. 66 overall, 87 potential. Going over to Germany, RB Leipzig, we have Hassan Drago, who is a cam and CM, 69 overall, 86 potential. I think this is actually lower than last season. I think FC25 he had 87 potential, so that's gone down, I believe. Tygo Land out of the Netherlands and PSV has 68 potential and 86 overall, or 86 potential and 68 overall, should be saying, at 19 years old. Sven Nappen, who did not get the loan move that they wanted to get for him out of Manchester City, obviously coming in from Rosenborg. He now makes that big move in his career to a top club, and he goes to Manchester City. Don't know if he's played yet this season. I think they were looking for a loan deal. I don't think it obviously didn't happen because he's not on loan. But 69 overall, 86 potential at 18 years old. If he gets some game time and some development, he's obviously going to be one of the best players in world football in a couple years' time. Leonard Carl is a cam, right mid, and CM out of Bayern Munich. He has 63 overall and 86 potential, so probably the lowest overall that you'll see that has these like mid to upper 80 potential. So that is a massive swing. That's a 23-point swing from overall to potential if you can fulfill that. And obviously with dynamic potential, that can go even further. And then we have the Greek god himself, Konstantinos Kariastas. I absolutely butchered that name, but 70 overall, 86 potential. Going over to Argentina and River Plate, we have Subarbari. He's a left wing, right wing striker and left mid, 69 overall, 85 potential at 18 years old. Going back over to Spain, we have Pau Navarro, 70 overall, 85 potential. And then we have Tidam Gomez, 68 overall, 85 potential. On loan, we have Adriana Liso. He's on loan to Getafe at the moment, 69 overall, 85 potential. We have a Manchester United player in here in Diego Leon, 64 overall, 85 potential. Let's see who else we have. We have Tobias Ramirez Cardoso, 69 overall, 85 potential. We have a Saudi Arabian club coming in at Unai Hernandez with a player 66 overall and 84 potential as well. So there's are some of your higher prospects in world football that have high overall or high potentials, and then we obviously have some of your hidden gems as well for FC26. Let me know who you plan on signing in your first save. Until then, I will see y'all for career mode content tomorrow.